I froze after opening the door to my private condo, unable to believe my eyes. No one paid attention to me, not one acknowledgement. Two of my teammates were immersed in a video game, but they weren't the half of it. My worst nightmare, in the form of an infuriating free-spirit hottie, was hunched over a sewing machine surrounded by piles of material and other sewing crap. Next to her was her snorting, drooling bulldog with bad breath and plenty of tude. In fact, both of them had plenty of tude. A line of slobber ran down the once pristine leather. Hard rock music blared so loudly the walls shook, and my head throbbed to the beat. Emptied beer cans, a discarded bowl half filled with popcorn, and various other shit littered my glass and chrome coffee table. I saw red and every other color depicting anger. "What the fuck is going on here?" I exploded, decimating my legendary calm in any storm image. My head pounded, and any moment I was certain it'd burst into a zillion pieces all over my light beige carpet and add to the chaotic mess in my once pristine living room. The stinky canine's head shot up, and his beady little black eyes met mine. With a labored grunt, he pushed his pudgy body up onto his short legs and leapt off the couch, moving faster than I thought possible. Barking, he barreled toward me. I backed up against the wall, unable to escape before he launched himself at my face. He missed his mark and slid down my body, leaving lines of drool on my new shirt. After hitting the floor, he propelled himself upward again, over and over, barking and throwing slobber everywhere.
Steele Bailey was the most infuriating, arrogant man I'd ever met. He was wound tighter than my mother when she was organizing her next rally. I'd been a fool to think rooming with him would work out, but I'd been desperate at the time to get out from under my mother's controlling influence. Mom played the guilt card to the fullest extent, and I fell for it every time. She'd dragged me into so many marches and protests I'd lost count. Not that I didn't consider myself an activist, but my mom was not only an activist, but an instigator. Why do a peaceful protest when you could attract more attention with a more radical approach? Or at least that's how it seemed to me. She'd taken the group we'd founded and turned it into something I barely recognized. I had to get away and clear my thoughts, figure out who I was without being obliterated by her shadow and tainted by her reputation. Part of my realization I might be heading in the wrong direction was brought about by a new friend I made this summer. Delaney had showed me it was possible to achieve change via advocacy and negotiation with those in power. Confused by conflicting methods, I'd been desperate to find a new place, preferably something within walking distance of my bartending job. Caden, Delaney's boyfriend, had offered this condo as they were getting a place together. It was right on the bus line, 2 blocks from the local bar I worked at, and it was awesome. I'd never lived in anything as luxurious as this. There'd been one downside, besides the rent, and I was looking at him right now. Steele and my mother were equally annoying, except Steele wasn't an activist. He was far from one, the type of guy who thought he had all the answers and was never wrong. I'd traded my chaotic mother for a meticulous male, about to have a conniption fit because the place was a little messy.